suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Hey guys, look, they're releasing him already.
His team getting in a position as we expect they will escort him straight to a vehicle without speaking to the media, but you know that these reporters have plenty of questions that they will be asking him and likely shouting at him as he walks through that gate.
Yeah, I want to ask him, are you happy now? Are you happy now? You created a hoax? You lied about the person that beat you up? You put everybody in an interesting position? The country was in a bad state? You wanted to take advantage by saying that, hey, it's not fair that I'm earning this amount of money. You're doing it because I like being gay, right? So that's why it's a bad situation. So you decided to blame other people in your own community for a weird reason. Imagine if the police went looking for somebody and they found 2 white people fitting the description. What would have happened to them? And guess what? They caught you. And now you want to play the victim? And then you want to say, I'm not gonna do chick. I don't want to say that word. You know YouTube is crazy. Just a little like you. Why would you fake something like that and everybody is protecting you? Ah man, you guys must be bugging.
Ms. Walker and Ms. Lewis and myself were very elated about this. Let me make something clear. There is no room for politics in our court system and our appellate courts.
No room for what? This is pure politics. The fact that you can release him like this is pure politics. Because he's freaking gay, it's easier to get him out because he's freaking black. But a world star that is gay, that's easier to make him a victim. This not politic. It started because it was politic. It was not an issue happening, but the country was on fire. Why can somebody blame me for something which has humongous consequences? Why? And if they catch him, there's no punishment for the people that faked it or even lied. And they say now, well, even if you don't believe he's innocent, he should be able to go out. And now they're saying, well, he was charged twice. He was charged twice?
In this great state, do not play politics. Let me make something clear. When this case was initially re-indicted, when this case was prosecuted, when this case was sentenced, at each of those steps, I wondered to myself whether Chicago has seceded from the Union. Because in this country, you cannot punish a person twice. And while everyone was focused on the sensationalism surrounding this case, people were not focused on the constitutionality of the prosecution. And we've been trying to tell everyone that. It is unconstitutional to charge someone twice. Mr. Smollett paid a $10,000 fine. Let me repeat it again, because our appellate courts are listening. Paid a $10,000 fine and did community service. Now, there's no time machine to go back in time to undo those things. His $10,000 fine hasn't even been returned to him.
Even if that happened almost 2 years ago, whatever you were charged with 2 years ago, I don't even think the investigation is done. So now that the investigation is done, it's concluded. As if the COVID did not delay the whole thing. No, it didn't happen. I know, man. Bopolaginak, man. You think we're stupid. As if, well, before the investigation even finished, let me pay a specific fine and I'll be released of the guilt.
Right? And then you re-indict the case and you give him 30 months probation for a class 4 felony with a man with no criminal record, felony record. 30 months probation. You give him 150 days in jail. You give him what else? You make him do restitution of $120,000, and then you give him the maximum fines. You know, and there's something wrong with that. We've been complaining about the disparate treatment of African Americans in the judicial system, regardless of what you think about this case.
Yeah. And look at this. Look at this stupidity. I don't know if you ever heard about Emmett Till. It was like this little kid something back in the olden days that was a real hatred crime, right? I think he watched the girl or the girl lied about something. They picked the kid up. They thought, oh, you gangster, we're gonna take you over there. They beat him, blah. When it was time to put him to the burial, they actually did one on open casket version because the body was a lot of time in water or something like that. again. It was protruded also. The body was so damaged, and the mother was like, no, open casket. Because I want the people to see what they did. But now you want to compare somebody that lied about a crime that never happened, and now you still believe he's innocent, and we need to understand and give him peace. I don't know. It's so confusing. It's gaslight after gaslight after gaslight, and it pisses me off. Because the next time something like that happen, everybody's gonna be like, oh, you're the next Jussie?
No.
You're the next Jussie? You like the juice style? Come on, man. You gotta be freaking kidding me. And look. Then the star, the lady, with the empathy. Look what she writes on the freaking internet. I'm not here to debate you on his innocence, but we can agree that the punishment does not fit the crime. Emmett Till was brutally beat and ultimately murdered because of a lie. And none of the people involved with his demise spent 1 day in jail. Neither did the supposed Trump supporters, which were Nigerian and black. Even after Caroline admitted that her claims were false, no one was hurt or killed during Jussie's ordeal. No? You're telling me the BLM by that time wasn't going blah, and they were like, we need to do that for Jussie, explosion. No? He already lost everything. Everything! To me, as an artist, not able to create that in itself is punishment enough. Oh, so you believe canceling a person is enough? Really? That's if you're on Twitter, you dumbo. He can't get a job. No one in Hollywood will hire him. And again, as an artist who loves to create, that is prison. No. I'm not gonna believe that, because there's gonna always be somebody, hey, I got the perfect role for you for your last job. And he's gonna keep getting it. In other words, what I'm trying to say, if he does get a job suddenly, it won't surprise me if, as I said before, it didn't surprise me if he got an appeal and he got out. And he did, within 1 or 2 freaking days. My prayer is that he is freed and put on house arrest and probation, because in this case that would seem fair. Please free Jussie. If my son gets arrested for some weird stuff, I just tell him you're gay and half black. You're Gucci. You'll never serve the time like you're supposed to. You can avoid the law depending on your color, depending on what you have between your legs, and depending on who you sleep with. If you got those 3 categories, you're a free man. Or woman, or whatever you want to identify. You do your thing. It's weird when there's a law, and if the public disagree and it's huge, I'm afraid a bunch of people are gonna be crazy and burn everything. But it's a peaceful protest. I think I don't want to take the facts in. What did you say? For the science, arrest him. State Attorney Office originally agreed to dismiss his case in 2019 in connection with the alleged false report. They dismissed it and then tried to charge him again, and now it's like, you charge him twice. That claimed bigoted fans of President. Oh my god, you went there again. Come on, man. You are not allowed to be housed because you're afraid you're gonna get COVID. Which I'm like, huh? What do you mean? As if you're constantly under supervision. They're watching you. You can't even snip yourself. And you're gonna be like, oh, I might start breathing slowly. I might be locked up with other people there. When you're the only one allowed to leave your jail because you're in protective custody, you can watch TV, you can talk to the guards, you can do something. And there's also a report it might be possible they sent him to a psych ward. He was tied down. He was creating trouble. Well, if you already made a hoax about something that never happened, how am I supposed to believe you when you start screaming, I will never snip myself? Of course I'm gonna believe you're gonna snip yourself. I told you before, it would not surprise me somebody snip him there just to make him a political victim. Further push an agenda like, hey, Jussie did it for us. But all these people that have a unique past, I don't mind if you want to see them a hero, but when you push it just to make a political agenda in the right way, just like Jussie, it doesn't make any sense, because even when they prove that he did something wrong, it's like, well, even if he's not innocent, he should be released. Just in case, to prove you can release black people too. Now, you can release gay people too. Now, do the time when you do the crime. And the fact that you did it in a time when people were so angry, where people were like, I didn't agree with you, I don't like BLM. Oh, so you agree what happened to Jussie? Let's fight! You're telling me that never happened? The fact that they released this guy, people just see USA as a joke. Anyway, man, let me know what you think, because for me, I can just rant, and you know my MS. It doesn't like rants in my head. My head feels weird. See you guys next time. Like, share, bell notification. Peace.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong, put the